It's hard to believe, but for the first 300 years of church history, there was no Christmas holiday. Not that the birth of Jesus wasn't a big deal. For the early Christians, though, the real focus were the events which revealed to others who Jesus truly was. And they had a different day to relive those events, called Epiphany, which means the day of light all around us. For the early Christians, the really cool part of the Nativity story was the Magi, being led by a star from the Far East in search of a newborn divine king. You see, they were amazed that these foreign astrologers would have realized the Son of God was to appear before Mary was even told the angel's message. This story helped them appreciate a very important thing about Christ. His purpose was to bring light and salvation to the whole world, not just to a small country on the hillside of the Sea of Galilee, but across all cultures and time. That's what the travelers from the distant land symbolized in a compelling way. The bright light of the star, the gifts of gold fit for a king, incense used in worship, myrrh for healing wounds, wounds that Christ would come to heal in the hearts of all who would come to him. It's amazing to think. Before the Jewish nation realized what was happening, the world was already on bended knee before their king. How does something like that happen? Well, an English writer named Tom Wright once wrote that there are echoes of God's voice that resonate across time and cultures, echoes that are heard from every human heart that calls forth justice, beauty, love, and truth. No matter who we are or where we come from, God has ensured that every human heart understands these echoes, for as we follow them, we come closer to the heart of God. These wise men from a foreign land realized that nature itself was being orchestrated to reveal a divine plan for the world, a plan to bring the light of redemption to all people, not just the Jewish nation. The light of God's nature, revealing the light of God's salvation. That's pretty cool. So, what should we do at Epiphany this year? Well, at Epiphany, we each ask a vital question. Where do we see Christ today? Where do we see his light shining? On this feast day, we are challenged to open our eyes, to see what God is doing, to listen deeply for the echoes of God's voice all around us. And as we struggle for justice, as we try to reclaim the beauty in every person, when we feel the pain of a fragile and hurting earth, and try to offer genuine love for others, we are echoing God's voice. We are revealing his light to others and bringing hope that they are not alone. And that is good news for today.